Alright guys, we're back part 2. Here we go. 43. Find the equation that describes the line with a slope of 2 and a y-intercept. We just got to plug in the y equals mx plus b form. M is the 2 slope and y-intercept is 3 over 2. C is our answer. Very similar on 44. We're doing the same thing, but we're going to use point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. We plug in the slope of 1/4 negative, and then we plug in 8 for the x1 and 7 for the y1, which we get the answer of B. I believe we did this one in class. Which of the following is true? In the statement that it is a positive slope, it goes up as it goes from left to right as you read the graph. Alright, 46. We write the equation in slope-intercept form that has a slope of 4 and contains the points 3, negative 2. We want to use point-slope form for this problem. And so what we're going to do is we're going to throw in the slope of 4. We get x and y of 3 and negative 2. So I'm going to go y minus a negative 2 equals x minus 3. This is going to become y plus 2 equals 4x minus 12 when I distribute. Subtract the 2, and I'm going to get y equals 4x minus 14, which is the answer of B. Number 47, which of the following inequalities describes the graph to the right? Well, we want to make sure it's hitting 4, which they are. They all have the same slope, so what I'm really looking at is that it's dashed, which means it can't be a solid line like the bottom two, and that it's going upward, so we're going to graph greater. The shaded part is up. Without graphing, tell if this point is a solution or not. We plug it in 0 and 0, and I left with 0 is less than or equal to 10, which is true, so the answer is yes. 49. Parallel lines always have the same slope, C. Which of the following is perpendicular? Well, we take the slope out of negative 2, do the opposite reciprocal, and we get positive instead of negative 1/2 instead of 2. D. Without graphing, tell if this point's a solution set. You just got to plug in 5 and negative 3 into each, and it works out for both, so we know it's a solution set, yes. Alright, this is solved using elimination. Add the two equations because we have opposites, a negative and a positive 6, so that's gone. 3 plus 2 is 5. 12 minus 12 is 0. Divide by 5, x equals 0. And then go ahead and plug x back into one of the original equations, which makes 3 go away. Divide by negative 6, and you get negative 2. So we're at 0, 2 for C. Don't get the order mixed up. It goes x and then y, order of the alphabet. We did this one in class without graphing, or by graphing, solve the system. So I just made sure that the points were graphed correctly. Had a negative 4 on the y-intercept, and we had a positive 1 over 2. And then over here I wanted to make sure that we had negative 9 with a positive 3 and negative 4. So that's how I knew this graph was correct. So I used the slope and the y-intercept to double check it. And that's what you got to do on this. Or you can even take this point right here and try plugging it in to see if that would work. Number 54 is solved by substitution. Y equals x plus 5. So in the second equation, instead of y, we plugged in x plus 5. Then we can solve x plus 3x is 4x. Subtract the 5, we get 4x equals negative 8. Divide by 2, we get negative 2. Plug it back into the original equation, we get 3. Here's another elimination problem. This one's a little trickier. We have 2 and 2, but I multiplied everything on the bottom by negative, so I wound up with positive 9, positive 2, and a negative 10. And that was all said and done. I was left with 5x equals negative 20. Divided by 5, we get x equals negative 4. Take that negative 4, plug it back into the original equation, or one of them, and we'll go ahead and do our algebra, and we wind up with y equals 13. 56, which of the following statement is false about this? Well, the lines are parallel. That is true. They have the same slope. The lines have the same slope. That is true. There is no solution. Well, if they're parallel lines, they would look like this, which means they never meet, and that's where a solution is. So that is true. There's an infinite number of solutions. They're different lines. They're not the exact same. 5 and -2 are differences in them. So we know that the answer is C is the only false answer, which we were looking for. Use the graph of the system inequalities to identify a solution. All you have to do is pick a point and graph it and see if it shows up in the shaded region. Which point 4, 2 does so for the answer of D. Molly went to the movie theater, bought 1 jumbo popcorn, 2 chocolate chip cookies for $5, and Eric did the same, but he bought 1 jumbo popcorn, 4 chocolate chip cookies for $6. So I set up an equation: 1 popcorn, 2 cookies, 1 popcorn, 4 cookies, and I subtracted. So 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 minus 4 is -2, and 5 minus 6 is -1. I divided by -2, I got 1/2, or which would be the equivalent of about 50 cents. Half a dollar, 50 cents. Last two problems do not really matter. The answers are D and D, in case you were wondering. Alright, that is the end. And make sure you study. Make sure you have the following items for turning in on the final: this study guide, a 3x5 note card, 1-sided handwritten, not photocopied, and a calculator if you pass the integer quiz. Alright guys, good luck. I'll see you soon.